Hello everyone, welcome to Titan Web Tutorials. In this video we'll configure the registration page on the Smart V. We're at our demo project here, and in the previous videos we already configured the Smart V. Let's take a quick look at it. So project settings, user access, Smart V, and we've configured it in this instance to work with an email, and we're keeping the contact ID as the value. That's great. And we see in the menu here we have condition, authentication, profile, registration. Now what the registrations allows you to do is to enable your users to self-register to your site in case of using SmartV. So in our instance, since we're working with a contact, what it will do, if we enable it, it will create a contact, and I'll show you the configuration for this in just a second. Before then, let's publish our site without the registration page, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so let's say I'm going to head over to a restricted page. I've set up my Smart V to allow the home page to be exposed, and the customer service page requires a Smart V. So let's say we try login with something that does not exist. We hit continue, nothing happened, invalid email address, and right now your user has no way of creating his own login. So let's head back to our project and head over to user access. We'll skip to registration, and I'll click include a registration page. Now you see the first thing you have to gather from your customer here is an email, and it has to be, it's required. On the left side you will see that everything from the contact is mapped right over here, so you can map it onto the registration page. Another thing, before we set this up, I'll show you, if I'll head over to the pages, you'll see that the registration page is not here, and you cannot customize it. So we have a login page. Since the Smart V is enabled, verification is for the one-time password, the 2FA, and we have the profile page since we enabled the profile as well. So we'll head back again to the Smart V, and registration, I'll click include. So we have already the email. Let's say we have to gather first name, and first name actually is not mandatory, since in our instance in Salesforce we do not have to have a first name on a contact. Second field, which we must have, is a last name, and you want to click this guy right over here, and then let you controls either to delete or to set it as mandatory, and then we can switch it back to updatable. But we have to get a last name from the customer. In my case, I want also the first name to be mandatory and the email as well. Let's grab a phone and say that the phone is not mandatory, it's only updatable. All right, let's hit next, generate Smart V. I'll hit publish. And before we go there to the published site, you can see that the registration page was added, and once you click on it, you can completely configure the way this looks. Alright, so let's head over to the published site, and I'll head over to my customer service, and we can see immediately we have a sign up link. So if I click it, now I can sign up. So let's do CDO 77 at form plus 77 at formtitan.com, and you can see these three are mandatory and the business phone is not. So let's leave this guy empty, and I'll hit continue, and now let's log in. Plus 77 at form titan, and I'll hit continue, and I'll get the one-time password, and then I'll be able to log into the site. Let me show you what happened in Salesforce. So if I'll head over to contacts, I can see that my contact was created, and that's why I'm now able to log in to this site. That's wonderful. Now let's get the one-time password that I've received, and here it is. put it in, and we're logged in. And this is how it's done.